Hey YouTube. My last video I showed you guys a clamp I was working on to make an improvement on the Hunger Games bow. I call it the Hunger Games bow clamp. I just tried it out and you know what? It really did not help any. I mean it did actually, made the job a lot easier, but I still wasn't happy with the results. It just was not, the pinch did not look evenly. It was kind of wavy, and other than the fact that it made it easier, I'm still not happy with it if it's not going to make the bow look how I want it to. So, whenever a mistake happens or you're not happy with something, that's fine, because you learn from it. If first you don't succeed, try again. So I made some improvements. Instead of, I removed the spacers that I had on here at the bottom, and instead of using spacers here, I removed the material here. This is about a 45-degree angle all the way down. It starts at about a 1-inch gap, and about 9 inches down, which is right about here, it's maybe about 3/8 of a gap. It goes 45-degree angle all the way down. Sanded it up a little bit. It still slides on these. So basically now what I'm going to do is this will lie flat on a table, board, or the floor is what I just did in the kitchen. I will heat the end up. Just slide it in, I'll leave about maybe an inch gap in there. I'll slide the piece of board, your pipe in there until the 9-inch mark is flush with this, and then I'll just clamp it shut. Also what I did was, once this starts to cool down slightly, I flip it over, and I took a piece of dowel rod. I think it's like a 1-inch dowel rod. I actually sanded it, so there's a little bit of a flat spot. I just used that to help. I apply a little pressure down on it, and this helps flatten it out a little bit, because it still has a little bit of a rounded edge, and I think that also makes an improvement. But this is what it ends up looking like. Starts out fat, gets real skinny, and then kind of straightens out, as opposed to the last one I did with Nick's clamp. And so it's a slightly different shape, but it came out really straight, and that's what I was going for. I still have the material here. I haven't cut it off yet, but you can see once this is removed, it'll have that nice shape to it. And I'll try to set my camera up and show you how it works. Hey YouTube, I'm over here just finishing up the heating of my the end of my limb. It's almost ready, and then I will show you how I work my clamp. Alright, so let's try this out. Just put my clamp in here, apply down, pressure down until you get it in there as far as you want. Then you just tighten your clamp. Make sure you put enough pressure downwards. If you don't, it will not give you the squeeze that you want. clamp will try popping up a little bit if you don't push down. Alright. And not cool, you can just put your knees on it. The other side, I couldn't even tell you how many times I reheated that end. Maybe three times. I'll have to. It was basically I kept trying different things with my old clamp, and this is what basically gave me the best result. And as you see, it was pretty easy. There's really not that much to it. You slide it in there, you got to put some weight on it, and you just tighten the clamp, and it comes out perfectly straight. The other way, I just don't know what to tell you. I struggled with it, and it can be done, but I just wasn't happy with the way it looked. My last Hunger Games bow came out really nice, actually, but there's just always room for improvement. Alright, this is cooled down a little bit. What I do now is I take this, just you put a little pressure on it, give that area, flatten it a little bit. It's not necessary, you don't have to do this, but I like the way it looks a little bit better. Alright, I think it's pretty well set. Alright, let's see how this came out. Hopefully it came out just identical to the other limb. I'll take that clamp off, slide it off, and not too bad. Came out pretty close. I'm trying to see if I like it. Need to work on it just a little bit. Inside clamp there, this is all chewed up. Basically because some imperfections in the board. You can actually see the imprint right here. Doesn't really make a difference. I'm going to cut this part off, and I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. Clamp works. This way. See, it comes out nice and straight. It's still a little warm and pliable, so if there is anything crooked about it, I can straighten it out. But see, it is slightly different. Gets really narrow and then straightens out a little bit. But different isn't necessarily bad. Alright everyone, I finished my tips up, and I did something a little bit different. Left a little bit of a shark fin there, so pretty cool effect. I mean, you have all this material here that you have to remove, and obviously you do have to make sure you remove enough to keep it clear of the string, but there's, you know, still a lot of stuff you can do with that, you know, I have a few other ideas, but I just thought it, you know, made it stand out a little bit, and that's pretty cool. So I'll have to see how that looks once I get a string for it. I don't have any. I'm gonna actually still need to finish the handle area and maybe put some slight recurve where this handle is. But other than that, the tips came out good, and the clamp. The clamp worked. That's straight, like this, straight and even on each side, and the limbs came out pretty close. And you know, this is just my first attempt at using that clamp, so I should get better at it as the bows are made, and this one came out pretty good. So good invention. I think that'll save me a lot of time, and I'll produce better bows. So hope you guys like it.